Gnostic scriptures allow us to see the expanded version of the Bible. The Bible is simply, and is more complex than you can imagine as well, an essay on the fall of man. And that is why it starts with Adam or Loki, and it ends with Kalki, the avatar of Vishnu, the final one that is here. The essay starts with the tree of life and the fig tree, the tree of good and bad knowledge. The fig tree, as expounded within the Gnostic version and within Babylonian myths of Enki and Inanna, is a little bit more complicated. But it goes like this. The fig tree was there, and it's a symbol of something. Satan whispered through Lilith, who rejected Adam. He could not find a partner. He was actually to wed God's granddaughter, his niece, Adam's niece, Satan's daughter. He did not get rid of an infestation, which was Lilith, this snake infestation. He didn't get rid of it. And so she was carried away, literally, by Hades. And she had forbidden sex or carnal knowledge, which is a legal term for sex that is forbidden with a minor. And also it was incest. And he whispered that he, Adam and Eve, could overthrow God. And that was the start of the rebellion we see in Lucifer, parodied in Lucifer on Netflix. And because of that and something else, the fig tree, represents the female genitalia. And it is symbolic of feminism, not second wave, but the third wave feminism, which is designed, and it's still here, to attack man and women, and also, but specifically, overthrow God or the patriarchy. That is what it is, and it is basically nearly over. So it also represents the occult and the worship of Venus and Artemis. These problems of man and women are represented in the failings of the 7 churches in Revelation, and the churches of which Paul speaks about. Each of them had problems with Artemis worship. They were lukewarm. They had issues with the fall of man, and the fall of women is about overthrowing God and using these tools. Feminism is one of those tools. But man's inaction, his problem of not growing up, being a Peter Pan, was a secondary matter to what Eve did and Satan did. Also, the tree of life is symbolic of, once again, the sacred feminine. It was a pomegranate tree, and it represents Gaia, or God's wife, Sophia. It represents wisdom. And this tree is symbolic, and it is so complex, it's unreal. But when you get into it, Loki didn't have the wisdom of his own mother, of the love of women, to protect, to be a family protector, to go and grow up and be responsible. He went to war with his own father through Eve. And we are still fighting this war now. And Jesus is the only begotten Son of Christ. Jesus is the only begotten Son of God, which means unique, perfect. It is bolder. You see it there in Superman. It's out in the stores now, isn't it? In the cinemas. But you will see in the first Superman where you have a character, Jimmy Olsen, and he's saved where the boulders fall down. And Superman saved it with the dam breaks. That's symbolic of a virgin of Christ. And he is the only way to break through from the fall of man and woman. And he happens to be the only way there is out of this third world war.